The FBI has arrested a Bangladeshi man in New York for allegedly plotting to blow up the Federal Reserve building in Manhattan. That's just blocks away from the World Trade Center site. Agents seized the man this morning after he parked a van outside the Fed building. They said he believed it carried a 1,000-pound bomb. In fact, the explosives were inert, provided as part of a sting. Cyclist Lance Armstrong stepped down today as chairman of his cancer-fighting charity, the Livestrong Foundation. He said he wanted to spare the group from fallout over a doping scandal. Separately, Nike severed ties with Armstrong today. It cited the U.S. anti-doping agency's report detailing allegations of extensive doping by Armstrong and his teammates. In Russia, investigators opened a criminal probe against a leftist leader accused of planning mass riots against President Vladimir Putin. It was the latest move in a Kremlin crackdown on political opponents. This new investigation focuses on Sergei Udaltsov, the leader of the left front opposition movement. Today, outside his Moscow home, he vowed to fight any charges.
I will hold on until the end. Don't be silent. That's the most important thing. Don't be silent. It is a new wave of repression. It is precisely a new wave of repression. It's illegal. It's the revenge of this government for our activism. I ask all citizens not to be silent, but rather to be angered by this.
Udaltsov has led anti-Putin protests for several years and been arrested more than 100 times during his political career. Several other activists are also under scrutiny in the investigation. The U.S. housing market showed new signs of a rebound in September. The Commerce Department said construction on new homes rose 15%, the most since July of 2008. But Wall Street failed to make much headway today after a disappointing sales report from IBM. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained just 5 points to close at 13,557. The Nasdaq rose about 3 points to close at 3104. 4 minor party presidential candidates will hold their own debate in Chicago next Tuesday. It will be moderated by former CNN talk show host Larry King and shown on the internet. The candidates planning to take part are Gary Johnson of the Libertarian Party, Jill Stein of the Green Party, Virgil Goode of the Constitution Party, and Rocky Anderson of the Justice Party. Those are some of today's major stories.